Now in this exercise, we're going to open our Outlook web app, which is also known as our OWA, Outlook web app. So in order to get to that, we're going to come over to our navigation app bar over here, and we can see there's Outlook right here. If you don't have your Outlook available right here, we'll come up to our app launcher, and if I click this, I can then come over and just click Outlook from here. When I click this, you'll notice it'll open up a new browser tab for us. There it is. So you'll notice it opens a new browser tab for our Outlook web app. And then just to review this, we're going to start in the top left corner. Of course, we have our app launcher. This is going to be here every time we open a particular web app. When I click this, I can navigate to any one of these different programs that I have available to me. Otherwise, I'll click off of that. At the very top, I have my ribbon tabs, and below that is, of course, our ribbon. You'll notice that this looks different than what we use on our desktop, but we can change this. If we come over and click this little arrow here for our ribbon options, we come down and choose Classic. Now that's a familiar ribbon. For the Home ribbon tab, we can go to our View ribbon tab. Those are the two that are available to us. On the left-hand side, we have our app bar. We have our calendars, people, i.e. contacts, groups, to-do list or tasks, and then of course a quick link to our OneDrive. Down here we can add additional apps or go to specific web apps. We can add a bookings or go to any one of these particular web apps. To the right of that we have our navigation pane. Now up here is where we can hide our navigation pane. If I click this, it minimizes that down and gives me a little bit more real estate here. I can click this again to see it, and it'll display for me. To the right of the navigation pane, this is our message list pane. Of course, it gives me a list of my messages or emails. To the right of this is my reading pane or preview pane. We have our OneNote option, or if I click this, it'll open up my OneNote feed. It'll search for any specific notebooks I have opened, or I can create a new one. Close this down. And then of course I have here my day, where if I click this, it's going to show me a list of my calendars, kind of at a quick view, at a glance. It's going to also have my options for to-do or my tasks pane or any list of tasks. I don't have any right now, so it's loading. It's going to continue loading. I'm going to close this down. To the right of that, I have my notifications, settings, and any kind of tips. And then of course my account manager or my 365 account. Now one last thing I'll share with you over here in my message list. This is of course where my emails are located. If I look closely, I see I have one unread message. If let's say I want to refer back to this, I'll mark this as unread. So if I move my cursor to the left, notice that little gray bar that appears. If I click that, it'll mark that as unread, and I can refer back to it a little bit more quickly. Otherwise, if I click that bar again, it'll remove it. Pretty simple. Well, that's all there is to it. This is OWA, our Outlook web app. Thanks for joining me. I hope this was helpful, and we'll see you in the next exercise.